भक्तिवैभव पुरिगोस्वामिनामिने गौरवाणि प्रचाराय धृतसङ्कल्पमूर्तये कृष्णशक्तिस्वरूपाय श्रीभक्तिप्रदायिने नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय गौरपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमद्भक्तिप्रमोदाय पुरिगोस्वामिनामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पष्टत्यादेशतारिणे नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिसिद्धान्त सरस्वती नामिने नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्ते धीनतारिणे रूपानुगविरोधापसिद्धान्तद्वन्द्वहारिणे नमो गौरकिशोराय सक्षरवैराग्यमूर्ते विप्रलम्बरसम्भोरे पारम्भुजाय ते नमः। नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशाय रूपानुगवराय ते गौमेस्तं निर्दिष्टसजनाप्रिय वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवैर्जीवने यस्य दृष्टोपदाय रघुनाथम् अहं वन्दे दासगोस्वामिनं प्रभुं श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपमयं धारयति स्वपदान्तिकं वैराग्योपक्तिरसं प्रणेरापयं मनोभिप्सुमधं कृपं वरेर्यापरधुकदुःखी सनातनं तं पुरमाश्रयामि। ज्ञानशास्त्रविचारनैकनिपुनो सद्धर्मसंस्थापको लोकानां हितकारणो त्रिभुवने मन्यशरण्याकरो राधाकृष्णभटारविन्दभजनानन्देन मातिलको वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालको यस्मात् तुं चोरयन् किरभण्डं कपिनाथ किरचोरविदुभूत् श्रीगोपालः प्रतुरसिर्वशः सन्यत्प्रेमतं माधवेन्द्रं नतोऽस्मि। यं प्रवचनपेतकृत्यं द्वैपयान् विरहकररजुहव पुरेति तन्मयतया न विनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिर्मानतोऽस्मि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं तत्तो जयमुदीरयेत्। संकारशानकरनतैषि गर्भोदशि च वैदेशे शेषशयशं शकलासनित्यनन्दक्य रामशरणं ममास्तु। नित्यानन्दनमस्तुभ्यं प्रेमानन्दप्रदायिने कलोकलमाशनाशाय श्रीजानवपतये नमः। नमस्ते तु हलग्राम नमस्ते तु मशालायुध नमस्ते देवीतिकण्ठ नमस्ते भक्तवत्सल नमस्ते बलिनां शिष्ट नमस्ते धरणीधर प्रलम्बरे नमस्ते तु द्रयमं कृष्णपूर्वज नित्यानन्दप्रियं प्रेमभक्तिरत्नप्रदायिनीं श्रीजानव ईश्वरीं वन्दे तपत्रायनिवारिणीं वन्दे गुरुनिश्चभक्तान् निश्चमीश्वतारकन् तत्प्रकाशं तच्छक्तिः कृष्णचैतन्यसम्भकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापरकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं सर्गजातं सहगण रघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादं सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखं अङ्गश्यामलेन चरवीरविदो मण्ड्यन् कृन्दन्दीवरम् श्रिय वृन्दारण्यविलासन वीरमोधरं राधस्कन्दनिवेशरशोलभुजं ध्यायेमधामोदरं दामोदरं प्रपद्येऽहं श्रीराधारमणं पुरं प्रवर्यस्य तत्पृष्ठा कर्तिकसेवितो वन्दे नन्दव्रजस्त्रीणं पाररेणुं विक्ष्णश यस्सं हरिकतोत्थितं पुनते भुवनात्रयं शिरपरते मञ्जार्यो रङ्घ्रिसेवकगृन्नुना असंख्यनापि जनुषा व्रजवासुस्तुमे ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय जन्मादिस्य तो वन्वयारितरतश्चर्तविकनास्वर तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरया तेजो वारिमृतं यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गमृषा येन सदा निरस्तकुकं सत्यं परं धीमहि चरितामृतम् एतच्चैतन्यविष्णु शुभदं शुभनाशिष यद्य तदमलपरपद्मे भृङ्गतं नित्यसोऽयं रसयति रासमुच्चये प्रेममद्विकपूरं नीलाचार्यनिवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्रसुभद्रभ्यं जगन्नाथाय ते नमः दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो धम्बि वामतो झनकीशुभ पुरतो मत्तुरेर्यस्य तं नमामि रघुतमम् नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लादलादधायिने हिरण्यकशिपूर्वक्षशिलतङ्कानकालये वन्दे श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यनित्यानन्दसहोदितो गौरदाय पुष्पन्तो चित्रशन्तो तमोददौ भक्त्याविहीनापराधलोके क्षिप्तस्तकमादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयितं शरणं प्रपान वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दं वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दं वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दं वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दं यत्रावि कृष्णो वृषभानुपुत्र दानं क्रेतुं कलहं वितेने श्रुतेश्वर यत्र मतियुता श्री गोवर्धनो मे दिशितम् अभीष्टं गोवर्धनो मे दिशितम् अभीष्टम् जय रे जय परमहंस समाशाय श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर जय परमा करुणमय दीनहीन गति श्री सचिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर गोस्वामी श्री रूपा श्री सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ इच्छाय गोसार करे चरणा बंदन जहुत विकना शबिष्ट पुराण जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद गौरंग बोलिते हबे पुलाख शरीर हरि हरि भोलिते ना याने भवे नीर आर कबे निता चंद्र कार न होबे सम सर्व सनमर कबे तुच्छ हबे विषाय चदिय कबे शुद्ध हविमान कबे हमें हिरा भो श्री वृंदावन रूप रघुनाथ पदे होबे अकुति कबे हम भुजबो से युगला पीरीति रूप रघुनाथ पदे रघुमराश प्रतना करो सधा नरोत्तम दास हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे First of all, before I begin anything, I offer my exposed obeisances and Sharada Pushpanjali unto Lotus feet of my most revered divine masters, the Lotus feet of revered Harinam Guru, Jagar Guru, Nitya Leela Pravisht, Om Vishnu Par, Paramahamsa Shiromani, Shishimar, Bhaktivedant Shilanarayan Goswami Maharaj. Vishnu Gurudev, bowing down, clasping your feet, I pray for God's mercy to be able to speak something. And I bow down at lotus feet of my most revered Mantra Diksha Guru, Jagar Guru, Nitya Leela Pravisht, Om Vishnu Par, Paramamsa Shiromani, Shishimar, Bhakti Vigyan, Srila Bharati Goswami Guru Maharaj. And I pray at the lotus feet of Srila Guru Maharaj for his kripa to be able to speak something. At the same time, offering my obeisances at lotus feet of all my most revered Param Guru Devs, Shishmad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Samraj, Shishmad Bhakti Dait Madhav Samraj, Shishmad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. And on this most auspicious day, unto the feet of Shishmad Bhakti Pramod Puri Swami Thakur. My obeisances unto all my whole disciplic succession, beginning from Parapadma all the way up to Shri Brahmadev, to Shri Krishna, and to his Prem Guru Shrimati Radharani, and to all the Manjaris and Kingaris of Shrimati Radhika. And my obeisances unto all the Vaishnavas who are assembled here. And I pray to you all, please have your mercy to this wretched person. So,
Well, my hearing's not very good, so I'm wondering if you could speak a little up, because yesterday I could hardly hear you.
Or we can mic you.
And Saturday too.
Yeah, we can mic you. That might be easier.
I'm being forced to be mic'd.
You have to be kind to those of us who are older.
Huh.
Hearing is not
Elderly and decrepit.
Oh.
Huh.
Me too.
Elderly decrepit. All right, while we're waiting for the microphone, I will tell one pastime about the microphone. You know, one time our Srila Gurudev was asked, Gurudev, how is it that when Param Gurudev was on Parikram, what is this?
Let's do it a little closer.
Is this on?
It is.
Govinda?
It's not working.
Oh, not on.
This is not on. So, as I was saying, one time Srila Gurudev was asked, Gurudev, how is it that when Shukadev Goswami spoke, he had no microphone, and yet all the sages they still heard Srimad Bhagavatam? And how is it that when your Gurudev was on Parikram, Srila Bhaktivedanta Keshav Maharaj, how is it that they heard the Harikatha? And Srila Gurudev responded saying, Shukadev Goswami, he could speak to their hearts. He entered their hearts and spoke Bhagavatam to them. Similarly, my Gurudev also spoke to their hearts. That is why we did not need any microphone. Of course, I'm not on that level, but still, with all the microphone issues, sometimes I don't like microphones either. Still not working.
I had a long conversation with Shamananda today about he's gonna fix it. But anyway.
Good.
Yeah.
It's important.
No, our Srila Bhaktivinoda Bharati Goswami Maharaj needed a microphone. He would always speak with a very booming voice.
Now.
There we go.
Very booming voice our Bhaktivinoda Bharati Goswami Maharaj would speak. Never needed any microphone. He was always a very direct person also. You know, one time he was preaching somewhere, and one lady, actually she was coming from a royal family, and she was thinking, oh, one sadhu has come. I'll give him some donation. And so she came up to Srila Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivinoda Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and said, oh Maharaj, please accept this donation. And Maharaj refused. I've not come here to accept your donation. I've come here to talk to you about Krishna. And she was so impressed with that. And he knew who she was. She was coming from a royal family, very influential family. But no, Bhaktivinoda Bharati Goswami Maharaj, very direct, very. No, I've not come here to get a donation from you. I've come to here, to speak about Krishna and the glories of Krishna. So, I will have to attempt to speak loudly, no harm. I will have to do it. So, we are present before Mahaprabhu Radha Govinda today, Gaur Nityananda, on this most auspicious day, Bhishma Panchaka, the fourth day of Bhishma Panchak. Tomorrow, the last day, will conclude, the fifth day. I had so many things to say, so many things prepared. Now I'm feeling that I won't be able to touch everything. And now I'm thinking that I'll have to shorten everything. No harm, we have 1 hour. So, originally I was going to speak on the verse Durulabam idambo sambhavante manushyamartam nityamapi hadira. Dovnam yapete napatet anumrityavan ishsayo shakalu sarvatasyat. Krishna Prabhu, what is the translation? All right, no harm. Srimad Bhagavatam is told, as long as one is still breathing. Actually, that is the last part. Srimad Bhagavatam is told that one goes through 84 different lakhs of species. One goes through various births, as a cat, as a dog, as a hog, as a demigod, and then finally you get this rare human form of life. Srimad Bhagavatam is told that this human form of life is very rare. Nowhere has it been written that to attain a cat's body is rare. To attain a dog's body is rare. To attain a hog's body is rare. Even demigod's body is not rare to attain. No. To attain a human form of life, that is very rare to attain. Extremely rare. Sudurlabha. Extremely rare. So, this human form of life is extremely rare, but it is temporary. It is anitya. It is temporary. It is not eternal. It's not like Krishna. Krishna is Sachidananda. He was, he is now, and he forever will be. This body, it was not before, it is now, and in the future it will cease to be. So it is anitya. It is temporary. And this body, so much pain is in this body. Our Bhaktivedanta Madhav Maharaj, he does this, he likes to do acronyms. If you know our Madhav Maharaj, you know he likes to do acronyms. So he once asked, what is the spelling of the word body? Krishna bro? Okay. Vishagadiri? No harm. Vishagadiri?
What is the spelling of the word body?
Yes.
As an acronym, you mean?
Yeah.
What is it English? What is it in English?
B-O-D-Y. P-A-I-N. Is that what he was going to say?
Okay, these are young children. I'm not going to take them so seriously. I won't take them so seriously. Right.
Talk about pain.
Right, these are young children. I won't take them so seriously. Lalita Sakmi Mataji, how do you spell the word body?
I have a B-O-D-Y.
B-O-D-Y, yes. B, birth.
B, birth,
Oh,
old age, disease,
yeah,
and what's the last one? Y.
Yamaraj.
Yeah, right.
So, we take birth. That causes so much pain. That causes so much trauma is there, but we forget. But our mother does not forget. So much trauma was there, and so much pain in when she gave birth. And we also experienced so much pain, but we don't remember. Oh, old age. Old age comes. So many problems come. So many diseases. So many diseases come. And why? Finally, death comes, Yamaraj, and then it is all over.
All over? This is just the beginning.
Repeat that.
Huh? When you go to Yamaraj, then it's about to get your next body assignment
Yes,
to that unrare cat or dog.
the genau. Genau is, understand this German word, genau?
Of course.
Genau. Genau means exactly. Perfect.
Good now.
So, now you're all wondering, where am I going with this?
I have no idea. I'm on edge.
That was just a reminder. This is just a reminder for everyone that we get this rare human form of life. Don't waste it. Because although it is anitya, although it is temporary, it can award one the topmost perfection, the topmost perfection of life. Krishna Prem Radhasyam. That is possible to obtain in the human form of life. Bhagavan, at first he created various species, fish, dogs, etc. I'm not going in exact order of what he created.
Yeah.
But he created so many things, but he was not satisfied. Then he created the human form, the human body, and he was satisfied because the human could understand, or to an extent they can understand what is God, and they can aspire to serve him.
Why can't the demigods?
Why do they don't want to, that's the thing.
But why do they do all these Vishnu yagas? And why do they cry to Vishnu? And why do they worship Vishnu? Why do they come to Krishna's Leela and watch? Why do they go to all of Avatar Leelas and watch? They have attachment to the Lord. How come they can't get out of that?
They don't want to. I'll answer your question. You repeat the question.
Okay.
You repeat the question slowly.
Okay,
You
so
say it louder too?
sure. So why because he had said in the human form of life, only the humans have this ability to develop love of God, and I wonder why don't the demigods have this ability?
They're enjoying too much. They're distracted too much. They're there to enjoy. They're not there to attain love of God.
But
You have to
then-
suffer. You have to
But
suffer
then-
here.
But then they're always worshiping Vishnu.
For
With what mood?
for material
With
gains.
what mood?
Yeah, for material gains.
Can I interject for a second?
Yes.
I was just wondering if, if they have Srimad Bhagavatam in the heavenly planets. Do they read it or,
It is there. Srila Prabhupada said it was there.
yeah?
What kind of Bhagavatam it is, that's another thing.
Anyway, I want to hear the class.
But I did not finish his question.
Okay, finish your question.
Yeah.
Why can they not attain imperfection? That is the question, isn't it?
Like Lord Brahma, he has a desire to attain perfection.
You're comparing apples to oranges now. Lord Brahma is our guru. Actually, our Brahma is special though. Because this Brahma Dev, if he heard Srimad Bhagavatam directly from Lord Narayan, our Lord Brahma, he's aware of Gopal. He's chanting this Govinda Mari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Our Brahma Dev, he's chanting Gopal mantra and Kam of the Rasa Leela. He knows something of the Rasa Leela.
Yeah.
Not every Brahma knows that. And not every Brahma is a Vaishnav.
That's true.
There are Brahmas who are There are Brahmas who are in complete sense gratification, in complete mode of ignorance. Other Brahmas in the mode of passion.
Jafil. But he still wants to.
Huh?
He still wants to.
Yeah. He's the only exception I can think of. Hence he's our Gurudev. Krishna hoite chaturmukha, Brahma hoite. Isn't it? Krishna first imparted this knowledge to Brahma, then Brahma imparted to Narad, Narad imparted it to Vyas. Isn't it?
It's strange that Lord Brahma is like the beginning of our disciplic succession.
Why is that strange?
Brahma Madhva succession, but then he ran after his own daughter.
Different Brahma.
Is that a different Brahma?
Hmm.
Oh. Good to know.
Even I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
The way I heard it once is that the demigods, they're not surrendered to Vishnu. They're not really interested. That's the thing. They're not really interested in attaining prem. They'll do all these yagyas and everything, but at the end of the day, they just want unsense gratification. They're more like, God is our order supplier. We'll do X amount of yagyas as long as he supplies us sense gratification. And if the demons attack us, we'll pray to him for protection. They're not really interested in having a loving relationship with him. There may be some demigods who are trying to attain that, but that's not really there in the heavenly planets, because it's just complete party time all the time.
Not the Vidyadharas and things, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, we can move on.
We're gonna move on now.
Yeah, we
Can you
move
turn the microphone off? Because now it's making weird
Govinda.
Darn.
All right. So the reminder that I was saying is that now that we have this human form of life, don't waste it. Life is short. Use it to remember Krishna. And that was it. So yesterday we began in glorifying our Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Thakur, whose disappearance it is today. Yesterday our Sahadev Prabhu spoke. He's not here today, but no harm, he spoke yesterday. So, Ananda Pradayani, are you with Tamal right now?
I probably have to go check on him.
Okay, well, you're here now. So he's directly your Param Gurudev, so I want you to speak something. Then I will move on.
Okay, can I go get my phone?
Sure.
And it sounds like he's being naughty, maybe.
Okay, no harm.
And then I'll try to set
Okay, no harm. You can speak in 5 minutes. Tasaki Mataji, anything? No.
I don't know anything about him.
Seriously? Okay.
Well, I did hear one thing. Somewhere I read that when he did Gayatri mantra, very often he would do it. It would take him 3 or 4 hours to chant.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which is like, wow.
I heard he wasn't actually chanting. It didn't actually take him 3 hours to chant all 10 mantras that he was chanting. What it was is that he was chanting multiple mantras on top of that. And Bhaktiprabhupada Puri Goswami Maharaj, she also gave other Gayatri mantras to some disciples, like Nityananda mantra and Nityananda Gayatri. Alright, I will begin. I wish this camera wasn't on, that way I could speak. That would be less nervous. Anyhow, it is on.
It's okay, no one's watching.
Oh, that's true.
They are watching, actually. There's been people requesting it.
No one watching or no?
Right now, no, maybe later.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it later. So.
No.
What do you mean?
You got it, bro. You got it.
I need something to jog my memory today.
Okay, we were doing the verse, love this door, the
Yeah.
and now you were talking about other things you had prepared. What were those things you had prepared?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it
You
anymore.
know what's up?
No.
Okay, then tell me some glories of Bhakti Purana because I wasn't here last night. So, what do you guys remember from last night? Tell me a pastime about.
I do remember one more
You
thing.
said some nice pastimes about him last night. You can repeat some.
Yeah, let me hear one, buddy.
All I
So I
said
think that's
was,
a nice thing that he said.
yeah, I talked about how one time Srila Bhakti Maharaj, she was in Ambika Kalna, and he got this temple donated to him called the Ananta Vasudev temple, very ancient temple. It was donated to him, and yeah, the Ananta Vasudev temple is actually very an ancient temple. It has a long history, and it was in a dilapidated condition. There was like no regular arti going on. The standards, like it used to be very high, and then it went very low. And so the king in there, he was thinking, okay, I want to give this to someone. Who do I give this temple to? And one Vaishnav, I don't remember who. It may have been Bhakti Hridoy Bon Maharaj. She recommended the king, oh, you should give it to Bhakti Purana Maharaj. Bhakti Purana Maharaj, at that time, he was living in Ambika Kalna. Ambika Kalna is famous because Gauridas Pandit, he had his deities of Gaur Nitai there that were carved by Gaurang Mahaprabhu personally.
Carved by Gauranga Mahaprabhu?
Yeah.
Wow.
The story goes that before Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he came with Nityananda Prabhu, and he told Gauridas Pandit. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
He told Gauridas Pandit, Panditji, I'm going to go take sannyas. And Gauridas Pandit became so overwhelmed with that. No, don't do that. And seeing how Gauridas Pandit's concerned, Mahaprabhu said, okay, we'll make some deities of ourselves and we'll give them to you. And so Mahaprabhu, he carved deities of himself and he carved deities for Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu was there when he was carving them. And then, after that, he gave the deities to Gauridas Pandit, and he told Gauridas Pandit, these deities are non-different from us. And Gauridas Pandit said, well, if these deities are non-different from you, from both of you, then why don't they go out and preach? And Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu said, yeah, okay, why not? So they went out, and then in Gaur Nitai, they went back onto the altar. The original Gaur Nitai, they went on the altar, and the deities of Gaur Nitai, they went out. And then Goridas Pandit, he tried to get the deities back and bring the deities back and said, no, you guys come and stay. And then when the deities came back, the original Gornitai, they got off the altar. Then deities got on the altar, and then Gornitai came out. And this happened not once, twice, but these happened like 4 or 5 times. And after that, at Goridas Pandit, in complete confusion, he just cooked something and had all 4 of them eat something. But eventually, Goridas Pandit had to relent, and the Gornitai, they left, and the Gornitai, the deities, they remained.
That's the temple where you only get like a second of darshan and then they close the curtains
Yeah.
again, right?
You know why?
Because they don't want them to leave again.
Yeah. It's not the first time they've done it, too.
Oh,
they've done it before. They've done it before. Why do you think the curtains close so often? They've jumped off the altar before. Goridas Pandit, he had one disciple named Hriday Nandana, and he was serving Gornitai. And I forget the exact details, but he did something wrong, and Goridas Pandit became unhappy with him, and he sent him away. And during that time, he was lamenting, I did this, and I upset my Gurudev, how sinful I am. And during that time, there was a whole festival going on. I think what it was that Hriday Nandana arranged a festival without letting Goridas Pandit know.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? That's what it was.
But then he went and did the festival anyway.
Yeah, then he went to the festival anyway. He was preaching to someone among the glories of his Gurudev, Goridas Pandit, and he said, wow, such an exalted Vaishnava is Goridas Pandit. I want to meet him. I want to meet your Gurudev. And so Hriday Nanda, he took that gentleman to see. And during that time, and then they did and Kirtan, they did Sankirtan there. And then Gornitai, they became very happy and very eager to be in that Kirtan, so they jumped off the altar. And then they started dancing with Hridayananda and all these things. And then meanwhile, Goridas Pandit came and saw, the deities of Gornitai are missing, what is going on? And so, what happened next? Goridas Pandit, and he saw, the deities of Gornitai are missing, what's going on? And so he went, and then he found that Gornitai were there in the Sankirtan. And so Goridas Pandit, he got a stick and he was going to go chastise them. He was going to go beat Gornitai. And so Gornitai, seeing Goridas Pandit with the stick in his hand, and they went and they jumped into the heart of Sri Hriday Nandana. And then he couldn't get at Gornitai anymore. But Goridas Pandit, he actually became very happy with Hriday Nandana. And he blessed him. And he said, from today on, your name is Shri Hriday Chaitanya. Am I speaking loudly enough?
Could maybe a little more. A little more louder.
Okay. So from today
You
on.
speak real fast too.
Acha. So from today on, your name is Shri Hriday Chaitanya. Goridas Pandit told him that. So in that place, our Bhakti-Pramod Puri Maharaj resided.
He came from there or he resided there?
He resided there for some time.
Okay.
Alrighty. Haribo.
Well,
So during the Ambika Kalna is also the place where Nityananda Prabhu married Vasudha Devi and Janava Devi. Yeah, I might as well tell that pastime. There's some controversy There's some controversies around this pastime, but this is what I heard. Is that once Mahaprabhu, he called Nityananda Prabhu privately. Everything was behind closed doors. And Mahaprabhu, he told Nityananda Prabhu, all these pastimes that I've done in this Gaur Leela, I want to relish them as well. I came here to relish Radha and Krishna's pastimes. I came here to relish Radharani's mood and these pastimes of Radha and Krishna. But now I want to relish this Gaur Leela. So I want to come again and I want to relish these pastimes, these Gauranga pastimes. So I want that you get married, Nityananda. I want that you get married and that I will come as your son. And Nityananda Prabhu said, but I don't want to get married. And Mahaprabhu said, but you're the only one who I can address as father. So, some arrangement was made. And Mahaprabhu also at that time told him, and also it will be good for you because you can associate, because I'm a sannyasi, I cannot associate with everyone. I have to be reserved. But you're avadut, so if you get married, you can very easily intermingle with everyone, so no harm for you. And Nityananda Prabhu was not sannyasi, he was a brahmachari. So this was okay for him. And so he went, and he was either, I don't remember who he was instructed by. Anyhow, he ended up in the house of Suridas Sarkel. And he asked Suridas Sarkel, oh Pandit, Suridas Sarkel Pandit, I want to marry your daughter, Janava. And he said, he thought about it and said, I don't know, you're Nityananda Prabhu, I have all respect and faith in you, but I don't know. Anyhow, it happened, and Nityananda Prabhu married Janava Devi. After that, Nityananda Prabhu, he was looking at Vasudha Devi, and she was cooking, and then she all of a sudden she manifested two extra arms, and Nityananda Prabhu was thinking, Surya Sarkel, I have another idea. I want to marry Vasudha. And Suryadas said, yeah. You're my son-in-law. You can do it. Just one thing. Yes, Panditji? You get out of my house. So, Nityananda Prabhu, he married Vasudha Devi and Janava Devi in Ambika Kalna. So, in that place, Ambika Kalna, or Shil Bhakti Puri Maharaj, she used to live in that area. He lived there for a long time. And he would associate with different Vaishnavas there. And he put on the worship of Gopinath. So, during that time, on the recommendation of his godbrother, and he told Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj, you should accept this ancient temple of Binkakalna, and you should worship this ancient deity of Ananta Vasudev.
Was that like a Narayan deity?
I'm getting to that.
Oh.
Yes, it's Narayan deity, yeah. It's Narayan, Vishnu Narayan. So Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj, he accepted the temple, and the temple was in a dilapidated state. There was a banyan tree, and usually with banyan trees, their roots go into the building and then destroy everything. But in the case of this temple, of the Ananta Vasudev temple, the banyan tree was there. It covered everything, but it didn't destroy the building and didn't go far into the ground. And it was very dirty, but Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj, he cleaned everything. He wasn't a young man at this time either. I don't know how old he was. Maybe he was late 60s, perhaps. But he wasn't a young man during this time. I'd have to check the actual reference to see how old he was at the time. He appeared in 1897, so he lived to 102.
Wow.
Yeah,
he was younger than Prabhupada.
Yeah,
But he lived till 102.
Yeah, he was here for a while. So during that time, Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj, he would worship the deity of Ananta Vasudev, and he would worship his deities of Radha Gopinath. And during that time when he was doing the puja, he saw that there was a hole there, and he was like, what is that? It was underneath the altar, and from the altar a cobra came. And the cobra came and went out of the temple. There were also some stairs there, and he tripped, and he wouldn't sleep inside the temple, he would sleep like outside, because there was no room in the temple. There wasn't, you know how we have like actual room, like you know how we have rooms in houses? There was none of that. There was none of that in that temple. So he would sleep on the outside, right, on the veranda, you can say. And at one point he fell off those stairs and injured himself. But he was okay by the mercy of Radha Gopinath and Ananta Vasudev. Anyway, one day while he was serving Ananta Vasudev, he found this very old tapestry, and it had a picture of the deity of Ananta Vasudev. This temple was like 1,000 years old, I think, and had the picture of Ananta Vasudev, but underneath his name wasn't Ananta Vasudev. His name was Golokanath. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj, she looked at it and said, Golokanath? But Prabhu, I thought you were Vishnu Narayan. So he did some research, he looked into it, but he couldn't find anything. He couldn't find any more records of this Golokanath. And so he went and up to the deity of Ananta Vasudeva and he asked him, Prabhu, is your name Golokanath? And at that time, some very elderly lady, she walked into the temple room with with long gray hair, and she said, Jai Baba Golokanath, Jai Baba Golokanath. And she offered obeisances and left. And so that had confirmed that Ananta Vasudev's name is Golokanath. A couple of months ago, it was Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj's appearance day, and the only one that was there was Ananda Pradayani and myself. So I told her something I heard. So I told her something I'd heard from our Pradayani Maharaj, not directly, but on video. Our Shripat Pradayani Maharaj, she was talking about how he got initiated. And Bhaktivinoda Pradayani Maharaj, he's the President Acharya of Shri Gopinath Gauriman. He's the direct disciple of Srila Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj. And he was saying, I associated with many disciples of Bhaktisant Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. His grandfather was a disciple of Bhaktisant Saraswati Thakur. His grandfather was named Madan Mohan Prabhu. And Madan Mohan Prabhu, he had so much nishta in Srila Prabhupada, Saraswati Thakur. If anything happened in his life, he would just say, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. If his business was going good, it is the mercy of Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Business was going bad, it is the mercy of Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. If his health was good, Jai is mercy of Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. His health was bad, this is still Prabhupada's mercy, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. And he would also not read anything that was not written by Prabhupada or approved by Prabhupada. He would never read the newspaper like, I'm not going to read this. I'm only going to read literature written by Srila Prabhupada or approved by Srila Prabhupada. He actually gave a donation to our A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He gave a donation for him so he could print some books. I remember that. So yeah, Madan Mohan Prabhu was a very special Vaishnava. And he encouraged Pradayani Maharaj so much in his bhakti. He was his grandson, so he showed him lots of affection, and he would take him to various disciples of Bhaktisant Saraswati Thakur. And I remember Pradayani Maharaj, she said, and I met many disciples of Srila Bhaktisant Saraswati Thakur, but I didn't feel any need to take initiation from any of them. I met Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj. I had so much faith in Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, but I didn't have any feeling to take initiation from him. Pradayani Maharaj, she said once that, I remember my grandfather, he took me to him and he said, Maharaj, this is my grandson. He wants to take initiation from one of our godbrothers. And Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, oh, that's very nice. And then Madan Mohan Prabhu, he told Pradayani Maharaj, okay, listen, go wash his, okay, no, go get a bowl. Now wash his feet and then drink the Charanamrita. He was telling this to Pradayani Maharaj. And Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj said, Madan Mohan Prabhu, there's no need for all these things. And Madan Mohan Prabhu said, okay, Maharaj, at least let him touch your feet. And he had Pradayani Maharaj touch his feet, and then Srila Sridhar Maharaj said, okay, no harm, he can touch my feet. And then after Pradayani Maharaj touched his feet, Madan Mohan Prabhu came and whispered in his ear, okay, now go to the tap, put water on your hands, and you drink the water from your hands. That way you still get Charanamrita.
That's a new one.
Yeah.
But if it's Bhaktapada Dal, anyways, it's the foot dust and the Charmita. How come the Charmita is more potent than the foot dust?
I never said it wasn't. Or it was.
Oh, but then it's kind of implied in the story, so I'm just wondering.
I don't know.
Well,
I never thought about it.
because it's Bhaktapada Duli Bhakta Pada
Ah.
Bhakta Bhukta Abhishek 18, these three things.
Yeah.
Are Mahabhav.
Yeah.
So if he's already got the foot dust, why does he need to make it foot water?
Why not?
Why not? It helps it go down better, that's why.
That's right. So, yeah, Badai Maharaj, she also commented that I had so much faith in one other Vaishnava, Bhakti Shirup Bhagavan Maharaj. But he was so grave, so grave. He would lock himself in his room and he would just read Shastra all day. And if he would go to his sevak and ask him, hey, can I see Srila Maharaj? He said, no, Gurudev is reading Shastra right now. And Bhakti Buddha and Madai Maharaj said, yeah, there was no way I could take initiation from someone like him. I had all faith in him, but no, he couldn't be my Gurudev. And Madai Maharaj said, but I don't know what it was that I saw in my Gurudev that I wanted to take initiation from him. I remember one day he was bathing. He was not even in his sannyas vesh. He was not in saffron. He was just in a gamsha. And he was bathing very simply. And with his lota, he was bathing in the river. And I came before him, I offered obeisances to him, and I said, Maharaj, I want to take initiation from you. And then I remember I was telling this to Ananda Pradayani, and she asked, and what did he say? What do you think Srila Bhakti Puri Maharaj said?
Did he have disciples yet?
He may have. You see, he may or may not have.
Okay, but if he didn't have disciples, I would think he would say no. But if he already had disciples, I don't know what he said. What he say?
Why are you bothering me while I'm bathing?
Was that what he said?
That would have been funny, but no.
Just joking.
That would have been funny, but no, he didn't say that.
Back when I'm not.
Any idea?
He said.
I'm not qualified.
He said.
He said,
You are so qualified because your grandfather is. You've already received a kripa of Bhakti Srila Bhakti Swami.
He said that is a very bad idea. But then Maharaj asked him, Maharaj, I want to take initiation from you. And he said, that is a very bad idea. And I'll give you three reasons why. One, I'm not qualified to be a guru. So you got that one right. One, I'm not qualified to be your guru. Two, I don't have any temples. Better you get initiated from one of my godbrothers. They have lots of facilities. I'm a penniless sannyasi. I don't even have a temple. This temple that I'm staying in belongs to my godbrother, Srila Bhakti Maharaj. And three, you were too young to get initiated.
Oh, how old was he?
12.
Ah.
He said, and two and three, you're too young to get initiated. You're only 12 and you haven't even finished school. In the future, when you grow up, we can talk about it. And so after that, and Bhakti Puri Maharaj and Badai Maharaj, I can't say they went their separate ways, but Maharaj, he went someplace, Badai Maharaj, he went another place. And, he continued, Badai Maharaj, he continued, he started his life. Never went into Maya, he never did that. But, he got a job, he started working. And at that time, Bhakti Puri Maharaj, he came to his family. Because Bhakti Puri Maharaj and Madan Mahaprabhu, they were friends. And so Bhakti Puri Maharaj was intimate with his family. So Bhakti Puri Maharaj, he came back after many years. Badai Maharaj, she was working. And Bhakti Puri Maharaj, she asked him. He stayed there for some days and he was preaching and he asked Badai Maharaj, hey, I remember you wanted to get initiated a long time ago. Do you still want to? And Badai Maharaj said, yeah, huh?
No.
He should have said that would be a bad idea.
That was a very bad idea.
He didn't say that.
Nah, he said I would love to.
That's not exactly what he said either.
What is that?
Vishaka, what do you think he said?
I mean, I'm dying from the suspense. I'm just begging you to
Yeah, I can see that.
tell me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Can't text him in his classes.
I am arranging the YouTube stream.
Uh-huh.
I got a text from someone watching the live
Acha.
stream.
Acha.
Shamananda.
Acha. Hi, Shamananda.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, but don't I have to shave my hair?
Mm.
Badayan Maharaj said that?
Yeah.
That's cheeky.
Badayan Maharaj said, yeah, but don't I have to shave my hair?
Because he was joking.
No, he wasn't joking. He was being serious.
Oh.
Yeah, for some men it's a big deal.
Yeah.
He wasn't joking at all. Well, he was serious.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't joking at all. He was serious. And Bhakti Puri Maharaj said, oh, you have so much attachment to hair? No harm. We can have your initiation at a later date. And Badayan Maharaj said, no. I'm going to go shave up right now. And so he shaved up. And then he got initiated. And Maharaj said, and my thinking was, okay, as long as Guru Maharaj is here, I'll serve him. And, after completing my service, then I'll come back to my job. That didn't happen. So after a couple of days, I served Guru Maharaj, and then I joined the Mat.
Because he had that shaved head. They were like, nah, you can't work here anymore.
So he joined the Mat, and during that time, he lived there. And during that time, his mother came and she requested Bhakti Puri Maharaj, okay, it's all right that he stays here. Just one thing, don't give him sannyas.
And he was how old at this time?
I don't know how old Maharaj was at this time.
Still pretty young, I guess.
He was very young. He was 36 when he became Acharya. 35, 36. So yeah, he was very young. So 1 year later, Maharaj said, so 1 year later, or after some time, Bhakti Puri Maharaj, she did give sannyas to Badayan Maharaj. And Badayan Maharaj said that he had, I think...
Right, 1 year later he took sannyas?
Yeah, I think so.
That's quick.
Oh.
I think Maharaj commented that he had 7 sisters. One of them passed away. And so there were 6 of his sisters and his mother. And so there were 7 ladies outside the room crying when he took sannyas.
Oh.
And I remember some devotee giggled when Maharaj told that, and Maharaj said, yeah, that was the reality.
He was the only boy.
Might have been.
Well, because then they took it much more seriously. He would never talk to them again, right? I mean, it was very much of like who's has died to them, right? Not like here, talking and reading on the phone with the kids.
And so that was it. I don't remember much more what Maharaj said in that class. What more is to say?
Wasn't he staying with the Gaurivedanta Samiti for some time?
Yeah, he stayed there for some time. He had a journal. And he would write various things in the journal, and he would come and sometimes he would write them to Prabhupada and address to Prabhupada, and he would say, Prabhupada, I'm staying here now in this such and such place. Vinoda has constructed a very nice temple here. Vinoda, referring to Srila Bhaktivedanta Keshav Maharaj.
Yeah.
And he said that, he stayed with Parama Gurudev for some time. And during that time, Parama Gurudev had Gaur Narayan Prabhu serve him.
That's when Gurudev lost his cup, his loda.
Yeah, Srila Gurudev, he lost his cup. He lost his loda.
Yeah.
Srila Gurudev was the first servant of Bhakti Puri Maharaj. And he served. And one time they went out bathing, and Gurudev had just been there for a month at the Mat, and he had 1 loda still from his previous ashram, and the loda went down the stream, and Bhakti Puri Maharaj said, Gaur Narayan Prabhu, you've lost your final attachment. There's more I could say on that point. I'm not sure. There's another pastime. Bhakti Puri Maharaj, he always had very intimate dealings with the deities. One time I'm one of the pujaris. I was at the Gopinath Gauri Mount. In Mayapur. I believe it was in Mayapur. He hit Gadadhar Pandit's leg accidentally. The curtains were closed, and he accidentally hit Gadadhar Pandit's leg. And he thought, it doesn't matter, nobody's watching. A couple minutes later, one brahmachari came in and told him, hey, Gurudev's calling you. And so he went to his room, and Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj told him, hey, you hit Gadadhar Pandit's leg. But Guru Maharaj, how did you know that? Nobody was watching. Baba, Gadadhar Pandit personally came here to complain to me that you hit his leg. What else?
And this is which temple is this?
Gopinath Gauri Mount, Mayapur. Another time, Badai Maharaj, she was massaging Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj, and Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj said, I feel a burning sensation on my back. And Badai Maharaj, it was a dark in the room, and Badai Maharaj, she lit a lamp to see what was going on. He thought maybe some insect was biting him. And he said, Guru Maharaj, there's nothing there. And Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj said, then something must have happened. Something must have happened to the deities. Ask the pujari. And so Badai Maharaj, she went down and he asked the pujari, has anything happened? Anything inauspicious happened? No. Everything is fine. I just put Thakurji to rest. Everything is all right. And so he went back and he told the Guru Maharaj, the pujari says that everything is fine. And Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj said, no, something must have happened. Something must have happened elsewhere. And so the next day they got a call from a different branch of the Gopinath Gauri Math saying that, and the pujari confessed that, Guru Maharaj, when I put the deities to rest last night, the lamp got caught on Giriraj's clothes, and Giriraj's clothes was caught on fire. And Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj said, see, if you guys are not careful, then I'm going to have to suffer for your offenses. Because the Guru takes the sins of the disciple. What else am I to say?
It's like, we say Shakshat Hari,
Huh.
He's like directly the Lord because it's getting burned.
Uh-huh. Don't you know anything about Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj? No?
I don't know anything, bro.
Lies. But I want to hear your class. And
Yeah.
that's what we've been talking now, for some time now, about Maharaj. So you had something prepared, I think, no?
This was the
Regarding Kartik and the end of Kartik.
Yeah.
I was gonna speak that.
Weren't you?
Did I say that?
Yes.
I just assumed.
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
Pretty sure you said that.
Yeah, you set this up, man. It was on the ad.
It was on the ad. I don't recall.
False advertising.
Yeah.
I want my money back.
Go ahead, take it. All I was gonna comment was in the beginning, all I was gonna comment from the beginning of Kartik and end of Kartik was that in the beginning of Kartik, Krishna left the Ras Leela, and the gopis then started to search for him. That was in the beginning of the Purnima. And tomorrow, the gopis will finally find him, reunite with him, and then the Ras Leela will take place. So one day before the Ras Leela takes place, Bhaktivinoda Puri Maharaj entered the Leela to go and serve there.
Wow.
Is that how it works? The first Purniam was it's the same Ras Leela? I got confused there.
It's different.
But different.
It took a whole month for them to find Krishna again.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you
Oh, when Radha left with Krishna and then he left, it took them another whole month to find him again.
No, it took the Radharani and the gopis.
Yeah, another
A whole
month.
month.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Did not know that.
At least that's what I heard.
Did you hear that?
Badai Maharaj, but now I'm afraid that I might be misquoting him.
Oh no.
Well, there's like so many Ras Leelas too, though, right? So it's like in this universe it happened like this, and in this universe, so it's possible that there's two different or multiple different versions, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's yeah.
All
I'll
right.
figure it out later. Anyways, yeah, okay.
It's incredible how all three of you are still all sitting here.
Because you're very.
We're patiently waiting for you to give us the class that I know you're preparing.
We are relishers of your hearty thought.
I have a question.
Okay.
I forgot, is the Kartik Ras, full moon Rasa dance, is that, one of them is for Nichisiddhas and the other one is for the sadhana gopis, like people who are aspiring, they get liberated in that Rasa in the spring, Vasanti.
Mm-hmm.
For Vasanti, I forgot which, do you remember which one is which?
I don't remember which one is which, but I know what you're talking about.
You guys know?
I haven't heard that before.
Yeah,
One's
You had it
spring,
right.
one's fall, one's for
you
the
had it right.
Nichisiddhas,
You had it right.
and one is for,
So spring is for the seven cities.
I think so,
Then the spring is for the.
or is it the other way around?
I made me second guess myself because
Mm-hmm.
the girls that they cut down your butt, then then the following Kartik Purnima, they were able to.
That's
answer.
true.
And in the springtime, it was
Mm.
the brothers,
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
Yeah, I think it's the fall, where the sadhanas to the gopis go,
I think so.
Oh,
you're
okay.
right.
I think so too.
I mean, that's interesting.
Any more
A
questions
good
or
time to
comments?
pass away if anybody wants to.
Yeah.
Pass away.
Yeah. Take it off.
Yeah, a couple more hours left, guys.
Any more questions or comments?
Sorry. What about the other personalities today?
Bhugarba Goswami?
Yes.
There's actually nothing written about Bhugarba Goswami, right? Well, at least nothing that we know of. We know that he was Lokanath Goswami's uncle, and that was about it.
And he went, but he's from Navadvip?
Yeah,
And he went on his own, or Mahaprabhu sent him?
he went with Lokanath to Mahaprabhu's ordered both him and Lokanath to go to Vrindavan.
Yeah. And then isn't the Samadhi at Radha Damodar?
Yeah, his samadhi's there at
When you
Radha.
do the parikrama?
Yeah.
And you get the Rupa Sanat, you get the Rupa Goswami's two samadhis?
Yeah.
That one, you have to go all the way around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Anyways. You know where the two samadhis are for Rupa Goswami? Then like, when you do the parikrama, you always have to go around this one samadhi off to the side.
Bhugarva?
That's Bhugarva Goswami's samadhi. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one is Kashishwar Pandit. Or, next personality who also entered in the Leela today was Sri Kashishwar Pandit.
Oh yeah, let's hear about him.
Well, all I know about Sri Kashishwar Pandit is that at Ishwarpuri, before he departed, he ordered his two disciples, Govinda and Kashishwar, to go and serve Mahaprabhu. And so, after his disappearance, Govinda went immediately. Kashishwar took some time for him to go there. Govinda went immediately. Kashishwar thought, no, I'll take a detour. I'll go and visit some holy places first. Then I'll go to and see Mahaprabhu. So Govinda got there first. And when Govinda and Kashishwar, they arrived, Mahaprabhu, he welcomed them, and he was very happy to see the Vaishnavas, and then he became even more happy to find out that they were his godbrothers. But when they told him that, yes, our Gurudev has instructed us to serve you, Mahaprabhu, he became a bit embarrassed, and he felt awkward. They're my senior godbrothers, how can I accept service from them? And so, I believe he spoke to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya in confidence, and said, how can I accept service from them? And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told him, there's nothing wrong here because it's their Gurudev's order that they serve you. And so Mahaprabhu accepted that. So Govinda, he got intimate service to Mahaprabhu. Kashishwar, he got external service. Govinda would give him a massage. Kashishwar, he would make sure he was like his bodyguard during Rath Yatra. Thing is, Kashishwar, he got external service because he didn't fulfill his Gurudev's order exactly, like on time. I remember one devotee asked Srila Gurudev once, Gurudev, when you give instructions, do you want us to carry them out immediately, or are they to be carried out in the future? And Srila Gurudev commented, if I ask you to give me a glass of water, do I want it now or in the future? So Govinda, he followed it exactly. He went immediately and to go and serve Mahaprabhu. Kashishwar, he still followed it, but it took him some time. It's not that it took him some time. It's not that he couldn't do it immediately. It's that he purposely delayed it because he thought, I can do this first, then I can follow my guru's order.
Mm.
Still, he's Mahaprabhu's parikar, and he give us kripa. Still, Kashishwar Pandit is an exalted personality. These are pastimes they're trying to teach us. It's not that Kashishwar Pandit wasn't following Ishwar Puri or anything. We should never think that.
Yeah, it's like Prabhupada took him many years to do what he was told.
Exactly.
Of course, Srila Prabhupada waited something like 11 years after Bhaktisiddhanta told him to go west.
More than that.
Was it more than 11 years?
Oh, yeah.
Waited a long time.
He told him that when on their first meeting.
1922.
He was, what, in his 20s.
1922.
And then he didn't make it to the West until he was, what, in his 60s? Late 60s?
69.
So,
69.
yeah.
His 70th.
So, yeah. Yeah.
So many different stories.
Mm.
Sometimes they are contrary.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe the difference is that he needed to wait that long for things to manifest in such a way that it was possible for him to go, whereas with this personality, he could have done it immediately, and he didn't. I don't know, these things are kind of fine-tuned, yeah.
When it made the hippies into happies, it would have been like, what, the 40s or 50s or something?
Yeah, like it wasn't, America wasn't ready yet.
Yeah.
For the Prabhupada.
Had to have the counterculture.
Yeah.
Anti-authoritarian.
Okay, we'll end here for today.
You'll end.
I was just reading about some Kashishwar Pandit passed.
Oh yeah?
Cheater.
We got
Cheater.
What do you mean cheater? I have to put Takaji to rest.
They don't sleep.
I know you got more. What's going on here?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Why are you feeling shy about it? Should we turn the camera off?
Yes.
Okay.
There's people watching.
Okay. Sorry, y'all. Gotta get the peer in person to get an answer. Bye.
Now for the intimate pastime.
Mm-hmm.
That Ross
Okay.
Okay, it's off now.
There's actually a lot of people watching.
She said it's off.
I don't know how to do it.
This is the part where you say it's off and then you keep the camera
That's what
rolling.
I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, she turned it off.
Your trust is important to me. I'm turning it off.
Respect your